Souls games are known for their terrifying bosses, insane weapons, twisting dungeons, rich lore, and really interesting PvP. But within each of these games lies another, the game of Fashion Souls, or in this case, Elden Bling. That's right, today we're going to talk about the top 10 best looking armor sets in Elden Ring, base game, and DLC. I already know some of you are going to roast the hell out of my taste, but let's get into the list. Number 10, Hoslo's set. Silver and red is a near unbeatable combo, and damn do those colors look amazing here. Hoslo's set is a medium armor that's not too light, not too heavy, and is guaranteed to turn heads anywhere you go in the lands between. The amount of detail on the chest piece along with the red accents, such a beautiful piece of armor, and the leggings along with the gauntlets look amazing too. With neither of the helmets on, yes, there are two options for the helmet, you're already making a fashion statement. But if you want to make a fashion statement and terrify people just a little bit, throw on that Hoslo helm or Dialos mask. With either of these helmets equipped, the whole set really comes together, making you look like a vampire hunter. Personally, anytime I look at Hoslo's set, I immediately think of Castlevania. The colors of the armor make perfect sense too, especially when you look into House of Hoslo and realize that they are all about the spilling of blood. You may also notice the big differences between the two helmet choices. Hoslo's helm, which belonged to Juno Hoslo, has the twin horns that the House of Hoslo are known for having. Dialos' mask, which of course belongs to Dialos, is lacking the twin horns. I think both helmets look great, and they can mesh with a lot of other armor sets really easily. In general, Hoslo's set is very flexible in terms of its looks. You can even choose to remove the cape from the chest piece if you'd like. Definitely one of the most eye-catching sets in the game, super cool aesthetic, especially if you use pedal whips while wearing it, and you can get the set along with the Hoslo helm from taking out Juno Hoslo at the Shack of the Lofty during the Volcano Manor questline. As for Dialos' mask, just complete his questline, or you can kill him when he's in Northern Liurnia. Up to you. Number 9, Oathseeker set. This is an armor set I was not originally that high on or interested in, but the longer time has gone on and I've seen it more and more, this is some real fashion right here. The dark plate with the golden trimmings gives the set a slightly gothic but regal look. This is another set with a lot of fine detail. And see, it also gives the player a classic knight look. There's nothing too crazy going on with the helmet, chest piece, or any part of the armor. Nothing in particular, again, there's a lot of detail, but you won't look like just any regular knight. You will look like a cut above the rest. A knight in search of something more. A knight that is meant for more. Because you just look so damn good. Again, it's the colors and fine details that have really made this armor set a fan favorite. The helmet specifically can fit in with so many different armor pieces. I have seen countless players use at least the helmet in their fashion. And another major reason you should go get this set, outside of fashion reasons, is that when you reach the Church of Benediction in the DLC and loot the set off a body that's there, you also gain access to what is top 5, if not top 3 weapons in the game with the Pada fist weapon. And guess what? It matches the armor set completely. Not to mention, there are so many weapons out there that look great with the set regardless. The stats you get out of it are pretty damn solid for a medium armor set too. FromSoft knew they were in their bag with the Oathseeker set, especially with throwing in the Pada to match it. And I almost forgot to mention, there is Leda's armor, which is an alternate chest piece for this set. The white robes and cape look really good, and it makes it so dodge attacks, backstep attacks, and dash attacks do 10% more damage. And you get this version of the chest piece once you defeat Needle Knight Leda and her allies in the DLC. Fashion Souls enthusiasts have been drooling over this set since the release of Shadow of the Erdtree, and it took me a little bit to get hip, but now I really understand why. Number 8. Oh my god, some of you are gonna hate me for this one, I already know. Number 8, Drake Knight set. Now this is a set that seems to really fly under the radar. it doesn't seem to be appreciated or talked about like other armor sets. Personally, I adore it, but I can see why most players don't really bring it up or wear it. I am just like you. I enjoy throwing some Elden Bling together using different pieces from different sets. I mean, that's how I got my main fashion in the first place. And with the Drake set, the colors and overall design fit a certain aesthetic that isn't really common among the other sets in this game. The jet black plating that almost looks blue with these orangey pinkish red accents, the dragon wing for a cape, the pale gray leather of the boots, the helmet with a massive spike on it. There is a lot going on here visually, no doubt. So when you go to make some cool fashion and you try to mix in Drake Knight pieces, most of the time it's going to make your fit look goofy. However, the whole Drake Knight set on its own, it slaps in a way that no other armor set does. The main piece people seem to dislike is the helmet because of the spike on it. Frankly, I don't understand the hate at all, though it is slightly funny to look at. To me, it fits perfectly in the set and doesn't really take anything away from how good it looks. I will say though, the altered chest piece is really weird. I will happily keep my armor unaltered when I'm wearing this, but for armor that is supposed to be worn by what are basically dragon hunters, FromSoft absolutely nailed the design in my book. It's unique, slightly goofy, and nothing short of eye-catching. Screw the hate, I will love the Drake Knight set till I die. The set is of course found in Farum Azula, near the Dragon Temple rooftop side of Grace. It will be in a chest outside the bottom of the lift, near the side of Grace. Number 7, Highland Warrior set. I remember before Shadow of the Erdtree was released, pictures of the Highland Warrior set could be seen on the wiki. And I'm not totally sure why, but ever since I saw pictures of this set, I wanted it so much. Maybe witnessing FromSoft make an armor set that wasn't horribly desaturated made me feel like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. My precious. Yeah. In all seriousness, this set is gorgeous. There are 2 chest pieces and 2 helmets to choose from. To me, both the leather headband and leather crown look good, but out of the chest pieces, the gloried attire is definitely the one I prefer, considering the Highland attire is just a lesser version. Beautifully woven fabric, sleek leather, topped with furs and bright red and blue scarves. This is an outfit I'd chill in while working on a video. No joke. I can't be the only one who thinks this looks comfy as hell. Supposedly, the gloried attire with the bright red fabrics were only given to Highland warriors who hunted and actually took down bears, with the normal Highland attire being the more basic and traditional outfit for them. They were really out here dripped to the gills while hunting massive bears. Pretty badass if you ask me. The set with the Highland attire and leather crown is found near the pond where Ralva the Great Red Bear resides. Then the version with the gloried attire and leather headband is found on a body hanging from a cliff near Rugalea the Great Red Bear in the DLC. Every piece of this set is clean and simple, even down to the leg and arm wraps. And like another set we're going to take a look at later, this set, when you look at the weight and the stats you get, is one of the best light armors out there. All in all, great fashion, and all the pieces of the set can mesh with plenty of other light armors. Very versatile, always looks good, and that is why the Highland Warrior gets to sit comfortably at the number 7 spot. Number 6, the Nomadic Merchant set. Alright, I gotta give credit where credit is due. If there is a group of characters or NPCs that know what it means to be fashionable, it's the Nomadic Merchants. These lads are almost too spiffy for the Lands Between. Now, not to be negative, but I do wish you could collect all the Nomadic Merchant outfits, and I would not care about what I would have to do to get them. You know what I'm saying? If it's for the fashion, I'm absolutely taking out every single one of them. But can I really complain when the set us players do have access to looks this awesome? I mean, it looks better than any of the other merchant outfits, and the way it's colored is completely different too. The garb is this faded pinkish purple color, and then the cape is every color. It's rainbow. This is a rainbow cape. The white chapeau even has jewels of every color set in it. And I do want to point out that this set does not have gauntlets. However, you can always find some that complement the other pieces of the set. Hell, it doesn't even need gauntlets. The chapeau, finery, and trousers can hold their own. When you wear this set, you aren't just wearing the set. You are peacocking, my friend. All the maidens will be breaking their neck just to get a look at you. Trust. If you want the set, defeat the version of Moog that is in the Lindell sewers, search behind the altar in his arena, go through the hidden tunnels, and bait one of the nomad enemies into destroying the tent to your left after you cross the broken rafter. With the tent broken, you will find the whole nomadic merchant set. And yeah, not much else to say. Moving on. Number 5. Malekith's set. Sleek is the word I would use to describe this armor. And I was basically destined to love this set 10 to 15 years ago. Just looking at it right now immediately makes me think of the Black Luster Soldier from Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially from a side view. It was easily one of my favorite cards growing up, specifically because of the armor the Black Luster Soldier wears. So putting Malekith's set on this list was a no-brainer. The stacking black plates with bright gold trim is a recipe for success. Another undefeated color combo. The pauldrons on the chest piece are absolutely beautiful, and when you take a closer look at the gauntlets, you'll realize the attention to detail here is wild. All this plate going up your arms with wrist guards, knuckle guards, and sharpened tips on the fingers. God damn. The long face mask with the mane of white hair, and again, the sharp stacking plates on the legs, chest, and arms give the player this uniquely regal but primal look that absolutely slaps. And it's a look that you can't really find anywhere else. Maybe Blythe's set sorta fits the same description, but whatever. That boy ain't got shit on Malekith. Malekith is the king of aesthetics when it comes to Elden Ring bosses, and his armor plays a huge role in that. Black and gold never really looks bad, and it looks perfect here. Number 4, White Reed set. Okay, let me say right off the bat, the old man mask isn't necessarily the most fashionable thing in the world. It's goofy and slightly off-putting, yes, but I can't let it take anything away from the rest of the set. If I am a fan of the Land of Reed's armor, then I am a mega fan of the White Reed set. Worn by the Inaba, or the Disciples of Okina, this set flexes shiny iron plates with orange, purple, and blue fabrics underneath them. The twisting pink waist wrap hiding what I assume to be a wakizashi sheath. Say that 5 times fast. The Old Man Okina mask raises your dexterity by 3, but lowers your focus by 44. And again, it doesn't look super great, but it certainly adds a creepy element to the set. Personally, I prefer to use the normal Land of Reed's helm with the set, which will make you look like one of Okina's disciples, so it works perfectly. I honestly think From Software should have allowed us players to get a White Reed helmet that looks just like the Land of Reed's helm, but silver colored instead. Or let us change the color of the Land of Reed's helmet. This would absolutely be #1 peak fashion if that was the case. Minor complaints aside, the White Reed set still looks fantastic. The gauntlets and greaves are super clean and simple. The chest piece has a perfect color palette and a lot of character. Again, I love the shiny iron plating, especially with the golden O on the chest. It takes the Land of Reed set and turns things up a notch. I absolutely love it. You can get the gauntlets, chest, and greaves from the Spirit Caller Cave in the mountaintops near the freezing lake. As for Okina's mask, you get it along with Rivers of Blood once you take down Okina in front of the Church of Repose in the mountaintops. Number 3, Rakshasa's set. Is it accurate to call Rakshasa's set violence in armor form? Violence, rage, anger? Really, any of those are fitting for this blood-covered masterpiece. Worn by Rakshasa, this armor is simply stained with the blood of all Rakshasa's victims. If I'm not mistaken, this armor is normally black, but you know, lots of bloodshed, and here we are. And it's quite interesting because a statement from the armor description reads, "Cut down and devour. Only those that repeat the cycle without rest can truly subvert the self and become a Rakshasa." I'm going to guess that means that anyone who takes down the current, quote-unquote, Rakshasa and wields Rakshasa's attire will then take the old Rakshasa's place. It's almost like Rakshasa isn't an actual person, but more so the armor set itself, or a spirit that lives on through this set and a massive red great katana. Whoever chooses to pick up the cycle will be taken over by uncontrollable bloodlust until someone strikes them down and takes their place. This is an armor set that isn't the most flashy, but it doesn't need to be. The layers of plating and bits of scraggly cloth, again, all covered in blood. This outfit makes its point very, very clear, and From Software could not have gotten it more perfect, in my opinion. I can honestly say, this was definitely the armor set I didn't know I needed prior to DLC dropping. And looks aside, you get the added bonus of dealing 2% more damage to enemies for each piece that you have equipped. The buff supposedly makes you, the wearer, take more damage too, but I've never noticed it that much. At the end of the day, while in combat, almost nothing looks better than this set. Go fight Rakshasa in the DLC. Go to the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum, take down Rakshasa, equip that armor, equip that great katana, which is also one of the best weapons in the game, and go fashionably spill some blood. Number 2, Death Knight set. Worn by those who were Godwin's personal guard, this 4-piece set is one of the edgier armor sets you can acquire in the Lands Between, and it's definitely one of the best visually. Just imagine if us players had access to the Ghost Flame version of the cape that the Death Knights have. You just had to nerf the drip from Soft. Seriously, what the fuck? Regardless of the nerfs to this fit, the Death Knight set stands tall as one of the most fashionable sets in Elden Ring, and a very useful one at that. Each piece of this set actually boosts the damage of Dragon Cult skills and incantations by 2%, adding up to an 8% damage buff with the full set on. It's always nice when a good-looking set has unique properties like this, especially when it's damage buffs. The faded, almost black chainmail and dark cloth, mixed with gold plating and one of the sickest helmets I've seen in my life, definitely scratches the edgy part of my brain. Now, I'm not totally sure, but at one point I believe this armor was all gold. And if you look at the chainmail part of the armor, it looks as though you can still see a tinge of gold, especially around the edges, as if the armor has been corrupted over time, but I could be totally wrong. I'm just yapping. Since the release of the DLC though, I have seen countless people use either the whole set for their fashion, or at the very least, one of the pieces in their main outfit. The coloring makes it so easy to mix it with other fantastic armor pieces. The Death Knight set deserves all the love it gets. Again, the Ghost Flame cape would be so sick to have access to, but this is still one of the best looking sets in my book regardless. And now, the number 1 best looking armor set in Elden Ring, base game, and DLC. If you were to ask me, I have to hand it to the Ronin set. If this wasn't obvious enough already, I really love this armor set. Ever since I first laid eyes on Yora, I was like, hey bro, give me that. I want that. I need that. Then I sliced him down. I'm kidding. Definitely don't do that. To get this set, you have to go through his quest line, so do not kill him early. Anyway, as someone who is more of a medium to light armor enjoyer, the Ronin set is exactly what I want for my personal fashion. It's a nice even mix of cloth, leather, and metal plate, with the Iron Casa, I don't know, with the Iron Casa helmet being the very large centerpiece of this set. The rest of the set is so low-key too, which makes the helmet pretty comical. And the ways you can mesh the chest piece, gloves, and greaves with pieces from other sets seem limitless. I'm always rocking with the chest and greaves myself, along with the Land of Reed's helm and eccentric manchettes. Hell, even the Iron Casa can mesh with a ton of different armors. The color palette is subtle, you have some browns along with dark blues and greens, some gold accents too, even down to the little trinkets at your waist. The whole set is tastefully done. And a side note, in terms of the lightweight and the defenses that you get out of it, just like the Highland Warrior set, this is actually an incredible armor set. Looks aren't the only reason I haven't strayed away from it yet. All in all, the Ronin set, to me, is the best looking set in the game. It's easily my favorite. I don't think that's ever going to change. And like I mentioned earlier, just go all the way through Yura's quest line. Eventually, he will be taken over by Shabriri at the Zamor ruins in the mountaintops of the Giants, and you can fight him there for the set. And that wraps it up for my top 10 best Elden Ring armor sets for fashion. Do I have fire taste? Do I have good fashion sense? Or am I just a little piggy with no fashion sense? Feel free to let me know down in the comments. And make sure to let me know which armor sets are your favorite. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like. If you want to see more content in the future, hit that subscribe and noti bell. Stay safe, keep yourself healthy, follow your dreams, live life, and I will see you in the next video.